All right, now we're going to try two problems on page 16 of your packet with solving two-step equations. These are probably a little bit more challenging than what you're used to. The first thing I want you to know is that it doesn't matter if the variable's on the left or the right side. Your job is just to get the variable all by itself, meaning if something's being added to the variable, you subtract it. If something's being multiplied by the variable, like this 5k, that means there's a multiplication sign right in between, then you're going to divide. So you're always doing the opposite just to get rid of everything around the variable. That's always the first place you go when looking at an equation. So the first thing I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to get rid of the 7, because I always want to kind of work the opposite of PEMDAS, okay, or order of operations. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. And a positive 7 and a negative 7 cancels out, so I'm left with 5k. And then 7, negative 3 plus negative 7 is going to be negative 10. Okay, so you don't want to forget about your integer operation rules. A negative plus a negative is a negative. So we're now going to see that 5 times k is equal to negative 10, or negative 10 is equal to 5k. It's the same exact equation. So I want to get rid of the 5 next to the k, and since 5 is being multiplied by k, I divide both sides by positive 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 times k leaves me with k. And negative 10 divided by 5 is exactly what this is. So negative 10 divided by 5 is negative 2. Because remember, when you're multiplying or dividing, if your signs are the same, it's positive, and if they're different, it's negative. Okay, let's take a look at a little more challenging problem over here, number 11, but you can still do it. First thing here, I'm going to look on this side. P is my variable. So I want to get rid of everything around p. Well, right here, I have negative 15 plus 4/5 p equals 9. I want to get rid of this negative 15. How do you get rid of a negative 15? You add a positive 15 to it. Okay, and if I add a positive on this side, I have to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to end up with 24 over here, and these two will cancel out, leaving me with 4/5 p equals 24. That looks a little more doable. So how do I get rid of 4/5? Well, if you think about it, I'm trying to get 1 to be multiplied by p. That's my goal. So what do you have to multiply 4/5 by to get a number 1, to get it to equal 1? You multiply it by 5 over 4. So 4 times 5 is 20, 5 times 4 is 20, 20 divided by 20 is 1. That's my goal. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5 over 4, or its reciprocal. And I always like to put a 1 under here just so you don't make any mistakes. And I know these two will cancel out and be 1, and so I'm going to be left with p is equal to 24 times 5 over 1 times 4. So you just multiply across. Now, you could easily do that, and if you do multiply 24 times 5, you get 120 divided by 4, and 4 goes into 120 30 times. So p is equal to 30, and that's your final answer. You can also cross simplify if you know how to do that before you multiply. So anyway, your final answer will be 30 for number 11 and negative 2 for k. Hope that helps. Thanks.